It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints next on Madden NFL 25.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Able to get it to Moreau. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it again here. That's into the hands of Moreau. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. This finds Moreau. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll throw it again. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Slot man in motion left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hauled in left side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. Mikatomy's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game. I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And this one's incomplete, too low as it skips off the ground. First time this game they've looked to him, and now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Wilson on 3rd down. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. Hits the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Robinson in motion right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Now Wilson on the play fake. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down throw from Wilson. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Connects with Slayton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Ross off the play fake. Flush down out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 41. Gets this to Slayton. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down, here's Russ. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Throwing on third, Wilson. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They're throwing it. Throw right side, cut by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
Russ now from the gun. Caught by Theo Johnson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He gets 6 on that play, and the Giants will have a 1st down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
On 1st down, it's Wilson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Russ. Looking for a target. And they will score! Touchdown, New York! The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll throw on 1st. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints looking at 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Wilson on 1st and 10. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Robinson sent in motion left. From the gun, it's Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So they sent it to a 2nd set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Wilson with it on 1st. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. He's got a gain of 6 there. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Russ is cooking again. He finds Slayton. And he's taken down at the 30. The Giants using their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now from the 30. Wilson to throw again. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. He's got time. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the 1st.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? And they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the left hash, this is from 47. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Gano ready to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Russ setting to throw. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Wilson now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw now. This is complete to Olave. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Running back sent in motion. Here's second and 2. Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll throw it again. Catch made by Cooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 47. Gets this to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Throwing it again here. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
First down from the red zone. This throw is cut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. A very short kick here from the right hash. Mikatomny's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Wilson now from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. He has the first over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Wilson on 3rd down. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Gano ready to send this away. Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Has him running the comeback. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Kamara running out of the gun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Olave with the catch. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Right side, Shaheed's got it. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. Touchdown, New Orleans! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants offense all set to get started. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings them to 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Russ now from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
The Giants are set to punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Saints will get set to take over. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They kick the running back in motion. To throw it on first down. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
One of the tight ends in motion left. From the 41. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down, here's Russ. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Now here's Russ. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Up the sideline, past the 40. A gain of 27 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Wilson now. Falls to
Offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Robinson in motion right. Second and 10 now. Neighbors with a catch. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down throw from Wilson. He's on the move. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Giants losing by 7. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Connects with Slayton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Giants using their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They're now set for 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Gano ready to send this away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints come marching onto the field. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. He'll look to throw it. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
They kick the running back in motion. Setting up to pass. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here he is to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. As the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure, everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
So here's Blake Groupie with a game in the balance. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now out comes the second-year kicker in one of the biggest spots of his young career. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it! And he hits one more time to win them this game. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.